I was standing in the hallway when I heard my name used like a credit card, casual, confident, swiped without permission. "Don't worry, dear," he said into his phone, voice low, practiced. "My wife will pay for everything." I didn't breathe. I didn't move. I let the sentence finish itself. She's a first-class provider. I smiled then, not because it was funny, because it was final. We had been married 12 years, long enough to build routines that felt like vows, long enough for him to forget the architecture of my silence. When we met, he was ambition with good posture. I was stability with sharp edges. We fit because I believed in funding dreams. He believed in spending me. I remembered our first apartment. Bare floors, borrowed furniture, his hand warm on my back as he promised a future that required patience. I supplied the patience, the promotions, the savings, the house. He supplied charm and an appetite. The signs came softly at first. A new lock screen, longer showers, his phone angled like a secret, the smell of a different detergent on his collar. I cataloged everything, not with suspicion, with curiosity. Curiosity becomes certainty if you give it time. The evidence arrived the way truth always does. Careless. A notification lit his phone while he slept. A name I didn't know, a photo I didn't need to open to understand, and then the message that rewired my spine. "You're sure she won't notice?" He typed back without hesitation. "She pays, you show up." That was the moment I stopped being his wife and became his executor. I didn't cry. I audited. I learned what I needed quietly. Where the accounts were, which ones he forgot I managed, the auto transfers he never read, the power of joint signatures. The way trust, once granted, keeps doors unlocked long after love has left the building. I met with a lawyer under a different name. I printed documents at work and signed them at home. I photographed every receipt, every charge, every weekend conference. I backed it all up twice, then once more. Revenge isn't rage, it's redundancy. The night before he thought I was leaving for my sister's, he packed lightly. Cologne, confidence. He kissed my forehead like a habit. He didn't notice I'd already packed everything that mattered. At 9:12 a.m., I executed the first transfer. At 9:14, the second. At 9:17, I closed the investment account he liked to brag about. At 9:22, I froze the credit cards. I emptied the house the way a stagehand clears a set. Efficient. Invisible. I left nothing personal behind. No photos, no notes, just space where certainty used to live. By noon, the locks were changed. By 1, my number was disconnected. By 2, the forwarding address vanished into a legal shell. He came home to Echo. I imagine him standing there, phone in hand, calling my name like it was still an asset. I imagine the first decline at the ATM, the second, the dawning understanding that providers have limits and exits. We met once more. Not planned, not dramatic, a cafe near the courthouse. He looked smaller, as if the absence of my money had changed the weather around him. "You can't do this," he said, voice cracking on the word can't. "I already did," I replied. I slid the folder across the table. Not everything, just enough. Dates, messages, transfers. A mirror polished to clarity. His lover had blocked him. Perfect bodies prefer solvent men. "I loved you," he said. Last card, badly played. "I loved who you pretended to be," I said. "I paid for that illusion. This is the refund." There was nothing left to say. Closure is a luxury I don't buy anymore. Now I live quietly. Different city, different name. My life fits inside me again. Sometimes I think about the moment he told her not to worry. I think about how certain he was that I would always cover the bill. He was right about one thing. I did pay. I paid attention, I paid in silence, and I paid him back by disappearing without a trace.